Please have a seat. The respondent is not here. Okay, they are coming. Okay. We are now ready to proceed with the witnesses' testimony. We start with the applicant's witnesses' testimony, and each party has 45 minutes, as usual, 45 minutes, and after that, the judges can put questions to applicant and or witnesses or parties counsel to seek clarification. We start with the applicant witness. Just to observe that the applicant they will benefit from 10 minutes, the 5 minutes they had, and the 5 minutes exceeded by the respondent. Additional, yeah. The applicant witness is he ready? Is she ready? Okay, the applicant witness will take off, and after that we present his testimony in 15 minutes. Okay.
Solemn declaration.
Go after me. Say I.
I,
Your name.
Anastasia Athena John Penessis, declare
Upon my honor.
upon my honor,
Louder, please.
upon my honor
And concerns
and concerns,
that I'll tell the truth,
that I will tell the truth,
the whole truth,
the whole truth, and
and
nothing
nothing
but
but the truth.
Witness, please tell the court your name.
My name is Athena Anastasia John Penessis Maitland.
Please, we cannot
voice
we cannot hear very well.
The justice
Can you?
here.
My name is Athena Anastasia John Penessis Maitland.
Witness, can you tell the court the year when you were born and where?
I was born in Tanzania, Kiaya area, which belongs to Muleba, on the 1st of June 1945.
Witness, can you tell the court your work, your job?
I'm a teacher and a dental surgeon.
Can you tell the court, please, where do you work? Where do you practice your...
I do not practice anywhere. I do voluntary work treating the people of Tanzania free of charge. Everyone in Bukoba knows me because I'm on the road every day of the week, and I treat anybody. I check them. I take their blood pressure. I check their sugar. I have special instruments that I can do them that very minute, and I help the people.
Thank you. Witness, can you please tell the court your citizenship? You are citizens of which country?
I am a citizen. I was born in Tanzania in 1945 when the British took over, and in 1960 when it became independence, my family automatically became Tanzanian. My mother happens to be black, and she belongs to the Muhaya tribe.
Witness, can you please tell the court if you know a person called Robert John Peterson?
Yes.
If you know, how do you know him?
John Robert Penessis Maitland is my son, and that is how I know him.
Please, can you tell the court when was Robert John Pedersen was born and where?
He was born in Tanzania at Buguma Coffee Estate in 1968.
And where is that Bukuma?
It is in the Kagera region in Tanzania, in the Bukoba Kagera region.
Can you please tell the court your son names? How many names does your son have?
His name is John Robert Penessis. Maitland was my second husband. It's not his father's name because his father died before he was born.
Witness, please tell the court in your son's names, in your son's documents, what names does the documents bear?
The document bears, I don't know if it's John Robert or Robert John. Rubenstein, which happens to be his cousin.
Please, witness, tell the court if your son have a citizenship of another country, and if he has, which country?
Well, as far as I know, my son does not have any citizenship of any other country. He should have been. I asked for him to come as a witness from the Bukoba jail, but they refused, so that you could have asked him exactly what the court wanted to know.
A witness, can you tell the court what had happened against Robert John Peterson in 2010? Do you remember what had happened and where is he now?
In 2010, he was arrested, but I want to point out that Mr. Madai, the person who, Gerald Madai, who arrested him, he was John Robert and Marino. We had brought up Marino, and what has happened is that John Robert and Marino had a fight. Marino Costa was friendly with Mr. Gerald Madai because he used to supply their office with milk, because he had a milk factory next door. And Mr. Madai, it was then, after they had a quarrel, that the immigration under Mr. Gerald Madai, that they arrested him.
Witness, the respondents are alleging that your son, Robert John Peterson, has passport of two nationalities, that's of the Great Britain and the North Island, and that's of South Africans. What do you take of that?
Well, according to the papers, I have just been reading them. As a matter of fact, they say he's got 5 nationalities. They say that he has Greek, South African, Canadian, and I can't remember the other 2. No, as far as I know, my son just has his Tanzanian citizenship.
Witness, when Robert John Peterson was born, did he get any documentation from the Republic of Tanzania? And if he did, what document?
His birth certificate. And he also has a his traveling documents are Tanzanian. He's got traveling documents which he goes to Uganda or went to Kenya. But those are also Tanzanian. They're Tanzanian passports.
Honorable President, may I approach the witness? I'd like to show him a document that was supplied to us by the respondent. It's not ours, so it is from the respondent.
Okay, please proceed.
Witness, please look at that document and identify the picture in the document. What do you identify that document?
Well, I can see what it says. The United Kingdom, it says passport. But unfortunately, this is not my son. It's not a picture of my son. I do have a picture of my son here. This person is fat in the face. He's got a double chin. His eyes are... If you see the picture of my son and the picture of this, it's not my son at all.
Witness, read also the names that appear in that document and tell the court if those all names are the names of your son.
I didn't quite understand. Oh, the names. that says here. It says Rubenstein Robert John.
How many names are there?
1, 2, 3.
What
Please.
are those names?
Okay, can you repeat the names?
Robert John and Rubenstein.
Robert John and Robertson.
Rubenstein.
Please tell the court if Robertson is your son names or
No, Rubenstein is not my son's name.
thank you. Honorable President, I would like also to show the witness another document also supplied by the respondent. So it is not originated from us, it's originated from them. Witness, please try to look at the documents and try to identify the photo and the names in the picture. Do you identify the photo?
I cannot really identify this photo. A little bit here.
Just by raising your voice for that to tell the court.
I can't really identify this picture either. It's just a little bit here that looks like him, but the ears are different, the forehead is different, the hair is different. He's got blonde hair, this is dark hair. I don't really think it's him.
Okay, please. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President, honorable judges. The respondent were kindly requesting to see the documents as well, the same documents that are being given to the witness.
Yeah, we need to see the document as well.
Excuse me. Is it possible if I could just make a further point? I think this has come about because the main person, Marino Costa, and my son had a fight over the property because my mother, whose the property belongs to, had decided and told them that she was not going to leave it to Marino, she was going to leave it to John Robert. It was then that all this cases started coming up. Before that, we had no trouble whatsoever.
Okay.
Honorable President, I also would like to show the witness another document. It is also from the respondent. Witness, can you identify the document that I have just given to you?
Yes, this is my son's birth certificate.
Thank you. Honorable President, I'm still waiting for one of the documents, and then I will finish with it's going round.
What about the one you have now?
Uh,
We need to see.
Can it be passed that one?
Oh, this one. Okay, this one. This one. Yes. Witness, that is the last the document I have just shown you before.
Yes.
I would like also to identify the names in the documents and tell the court if those names are real, your son's names.
Robert John Rubenstein. No, they are not my son's name. My son is called John Penessis, because his father had died. Because his father had died, we had called him John.
Please, can you repeat it from the
Yes.
when you say it?
Yes. No, this is not his Robert John Rubenstein is not his name.
Witness, before Robert John Penessis was arrested and detained, what was his work? And where was he working from?
John Robert was an engineer, but he was working on the farm. He was planting, cultivating the farm and looking after it, because my mother is very old and she was unable to look after it herself. So she had given it into Robert's hand. And I want to point out what has happened now. With his arrest, he was paying school fees. He was paying pensions to the old people that had worked for us, a whole village. And with his arrest, these old people are suffering. They have no money. The children are not going to work to school because they do not have school fees or school uniforms to buy money to buy school uniforms. So something bad has happened to the community in where we are in Kiaya.
Witness, please tell the court if Robert John Penessis has ever lived out of the country for long, and if he did, in which country did he live?
Well, that you'd have to ask John Robert himself, because as far as I know, he hasn't lived a long time out of the country.
And lastly but not least, you said he was working in a farm. Can you please tell the court where that farm located to? In which country?
It is in Tanzania.
Excuse me, can you speak on the microphone?
Yes, I'm terribly sorry. It is in Bukoba region, Kagera, Muleba, Kagera, and it is in the Bukoba region of Tanzania.
Witness, what is your prayer to this honorable court? What are you going to tell the court?
I ask the court to be just with us, because I feel that this is because we are considered whites here, and to let my son go free so that the people won't be suffering so much, because now the school children are suffering, the old people are suffering, they're not getting any pension, they're not getting any help from anyone. So I ask the court to make this injustice, to correct this injustice.
Lastly, you told me and the court you had 2 more witnesses. What had happened to the 2 witnesses?
Oh, yes. I wanted to bring out, I had 2 other witnesses. I was going to bring Miss Rosie Ayata as a witness, but she was discriminated against, and as a matter of fact, she was threatened and intimidated that because she is not black, she's half black and half Indian, that they would, if she came as a witness, she would be deported. She would have the same consequences as Robert. And so the witness was terrified and she did not come. I had also Happy Costa. She's the daughter of my brother, who has passed away. I wanted her to be a witness because she knows everything about the family, and Bahati Costa, but it wasn't allowed.
Lastly, will you like to admit the birth certificate as part of the evidence you are giving?
Yes, I would like it to be as part of the evidence because you said the state says that it is false. But Ms. Magimba, she can be called up. It is a genuine birth certificate. It is not false whatsoever.
Honorable President, we pray for the copy of the birth certificates to be admitted before this honorable court as part of the evidence, because it has never been objected in any court of law in Tanzania. That's all for this witness, Honorable President.
Thank you very much. I will now give the floor to the honorable judges. Okay, they will cross first. Okay, before the judges put the question, I think the respondents will cross-examine now. Okay, please proceed. $15 minutes. Respondent, you have 15 minutes.
Thank you very much, President of this court. Shahidi, naomba kufahamu kama unafahamu Robert John Penessis.
Please, do you want to speak in Swahili?
Yes, I want to
okay.
speak.
Okay.
Yes.
Can I proceed? Naweza kuendelea?
Here. Yes.
Channel 4.
Shahidi, unafahamu namna ambavyo Robert John Penessis alipata cheti cha kuzaliwa? Alipataje cheti cha kuzaliwa?
Nauliza nini? Ndio, iko cheti na zaliwa.
Na muuliza shahidi kama anafahamu namna ambavyo Robert John Penessis alipata cheti cha kuzaliwa, alikipata lini na kutoka kwa nani?
Napata kwa...
Okay, you can answer in Swahili or in English.
Yes.
It's up to you.
I believe I saw the birth certificate, and the birth certificate was issued by Mrs. Magimba. And it was, they found that the birth certificate is not false, it's a genuine birth certificate.
Unafahamu alikipata lini?
Birth certificate nasema 86 hii 92.
86 au 92. Unasema alikipata kwa nani?
kwa registry of births and deaths. At
Ya wapi?
Muleba.
Ya wapi?
Sisi naandika iko, we are registered at the Muleba.
Muleba.
Yes.
Unafahamu katika kuomba cheti hicho aliwasilisha nyaraka gani?
Hapana jua namba.
Haujui.
Hawezi kujua namba.
Na je, unafahamu madhumuni ya mtu kupewa cheti cha kuzaliwa?
Mtu natoa labda Robert peke zake, mimi hapana jua.
Wewe kama wewe, na kuuliza wewe, unafahamu?
Labda mimi natoa labda Robert, hapana jua. Iko saa mingi sana, miaka 25, 20.
Naomba usikilize swali langu vizuri shahidi. Unafahamu dhumuni la cheti cha kuzaliwa ni lipi?
I didn't quite understand you. Could you repeat it please in English?
What is the purpose for a person to be issued with a birth certificate?
Well, when a person is born, that is a silly question to ask me, because if a person is born, won't they be issued with a birth certificate? Every person has to have a birth certificate when they are born. If you don't have one, because in the olden days many people didn't register, you go to the department and you ask for to be registered.
Nimekuelewa.
Both parties, I will ask you to have polite language, please.
Okay.
Okay.
Much obliged. Shahidi, je, unaufahamu kuwa kwa Tanzania cheti cha kuzaliwa sio hitimisho kuwa holder wa hicho cheti ni raia wa kuzaliwa wa nchi hiyo?
Ndio, najua hii sema hapana iko hitimisho. It's not a certification of your Tanzanian nationality, but as far as I know, when your father, your mother, your father or your grandmother, great-grandmother are Tanzanians, you, the children, automatically, according to the Tanzanian Constitution, Schedule 1, Article 6 of the Constitution, says that you are Tanzanian. There is no doubt about that.
Naomba unijibu tu kwa kifupi shahidi. Naomba unijibu kwa kifupi tu. Unafahamu kuwa na cheti cha kuzaliwa katika Tanzania sio hitimisho kwamba wewe ni raia wa Tanzania? Unafahamu hilo?
Mimi iko raia ya Tanzania. Nani nazaliwa hapa, nakaa hapa yote miaka na kazi hapa. Watoto zangu yote iko watoto 3, nazaliwa hapa. Mama zangu nazaliwa hapa, nani iko Muhaya. Bibi zangu nazaliwa hapa yote, na baba nazaliwa hapa. Babu ya babu hapa nazaliwa hapa. Huyu nakuja hapa Tanzania miaka 1904. Mayote ingine 6 generations nazaliwa hapa Tanzania, iko Mtanzania. Kwanza iko Kijerumani na Kiingereza mpaka miaka Tanzania napata uhuru miaka 60, yote famili nakuja Mtanzania.
Samahani waheshimiwa majaji, bado shahidi hajijibu swali langu. Naona ananipa habari ambazo si lengo la swali langu. Naomba shahidi ajibu swali langu. Kama hajui aseme hajui. Nimemuuliza kama anafahamu kwamba kwa mtu kuwa na cheti cha kuzaliwa Tanzania sio hitimisho kwamba yeye ni raia wa Tanzania. Anafahamu hilo?
I move to object, Honorable President, because the question is trying to force the witness to answer is too legal, and she's not a legal. She's not good in legal. She has never been a lawyer. And also, my learned friend is treating this court like the local court. This is a court of human rights. And he should also ask the question in a very polite way.
My Lord, but the witness has gone to the extent of citing even an article of a constitution, schedule, whatever. And the question is just a normal question. I'm asking as to his knowledge, understanding, whether he knows that for a person to hold a birth certificate is not a conclusion that he is a citizen of Tanzania. That's all my question.
You're correct about that, but when the parents and the grandparents and the great-grandparents are Tanzanians and are black, is it possible to say they are not Tanzanians? I ask the court.
Asante shahidi, umejibu. Na shahidi, unafahamu kwamba cheti alichopewa Bwana Robert John Penessis applicant hakitambuliwi na mamlaka inayohusika na utoaji wa vyeti Tanzania, yani RITA. Unao ufahamu?
Didn't come through.
Do you know that the birth certificate which is held by Richard John Penessis is not recognized by RITA?
That is not true, because RITA has recognized it as genuine. We should call RITA, Ms. Magimba, to come here and testify, because the certificate, that is one of the most important points I want to point out, is a genuine birth certificate. It is not false.
Have you called that one Magimba whom you are referring here?
No, that is up to you to call them.
It's not our witness. Witness is not our witness.
No, because you said that the birth certificate is false.
You are saying he is the one who issued. I'm saying he or she is not our witness. So you are the one to call him or her. Is your witness?
She is not my witness.
Okay.
She is a member of the state. She works for the state. She can certify. She has already certified that it is a genuine birth certificate. So I don't know why now you are asking for a second certification.
Let me move to another question. Unafahamu kuwa mahakama iliyomtia hatiani Robert John Penessis na hata mahakama zote alizokata rufaa, kwa maana mahakama kuu na mahakama ya rufaa, zilijiridhisha kuwa Robert John Penessis hakuwa raia wa Tanzania na cheti chake cha kuzaliwa kilionekana kuwa ni kina utata. Unaufahamu huo?
I'm terribly sorry, you've got it a bit wrong, because I've got one of the court cases here, and the court, the Mwanza Court of Appeal said it is not a matter of non-citizenship. So you have your
Just a simple question. Just a simple
incorrect.
question, witness. Whether you understand or you don't, you know or you don't know, whether that Robert John Penessis, the court which convicted Robert John Penessis, and even those courts which he appealed, found that Robert John Penessis was not a citizen of Tanzania, and that his birth certificate was forged one.
No, it was not.
Are you aware of that? My question is, are you aware of that?
Because that is an error, because it was never...
Are you aware of that, whether it is an error or correct?
I will not answer that question.
Okay. The court will take note.
Because you're intimidating me.
Thank you, witness. I'm not intimidating you,
Yes.
just a question, simple to answer. Na shahidi, unaufahamu kuwa Robert John Penessis ni mzaliwa wa Afrika Kusini, Ugiriki, Uingereza na hata Canada.
Is it possible, the immigration here, the gentleman says that he was born in Greece, he was born in South Africa. As a matter of fact, here, 5 different countries of birth. Is that possible, I ask? Why don't they say one country?
Who is to say? It is the one who has those passport. Who says?
You say he has those passports.
Unafahamu au ufahamu kwamba anaeleza kwamba yeye ni mzaliwa wa South Africa?
You telling me that he was born in South
I'm not the witness. I'm an
You are
advocate.
not
I'm
the witness,
asking.
but now you are specially pointing out that he was born in South Africa. I'm not saying that.
It is simple. You answer whether you know or you don't know, and the court will take it.
It's not that I don't know. He was born in Tanzania.
Anyway,
Not in Greece, not in Canada, not in South Africa, as they say here in the court case. And England, as the matter of fact, they say also.
Ni kweli kwamba shahidi hukwenda kutoa ushahidi kwenye kesi namba 35 ya mwaka 2010. Hukuwa shahidi kwenye hiyo kesi, ni kweli?
35
of 2010.
hapana.
Ulikuwa shahidi, hukuwa shahidi?
Yes, it was case 35-210, and it says the applicant has signed section this.
Simple question, witness.
I didn't understand your question. Repeat it, please.
Ulikwenda kutoa ushahidi kwenye kesi namba 35 ya mwaka 2010? Au najibu? Asante. Robert John Penessis ni nani yako? Your relationship with John Penessis?
Yes, I told you what my relationship.
I want the answer.
He is my son.
Your son?
Yes.
Your biological?
My biological son.
Your biological son?
Yes, you can take that test to check it.
Baba mzazi wa Robert John anaitwa nani?
John Penessis.
John
Penessis.
Penessis. Unafahamu kwamba kwenye ushahidi wake kwenye kesi namba 35 ya mwaka 2010 Robert John alisema kwamba yeye ana version kama 3. Version ya kwanza anasema yeye grandfather wake ni Scottish na kwa Scottish Lord, na kwa hiyo yeye ni Mscottish. Lakini pia akasema kwamba hamfahamu baba yake, na pia akasema kwamba baba yake ni Mwingereza anaitwa Kenneth.
I wish to point out.
Unafahamu hiyo kwamba huo ni ushahidi aliotoa mahakamani?
I want to point out there's a bit of there is no Scottish nationality. It's
No.
Britain.
Please witness.
Well, I'm
It
telling
is
you
not
that
my words, it's the words which were stated by
That's
you.
what you say. That's what you say.
That is what I'm saying.
Yes, that's what you say. I don't know about that, so I cannot.
Na unafahamu pia katika ushahidi wake kwamba mwanao alisema mama yake anaitwa Mary na alishafariki.
That is a forgery. I'm terribly sorry. That is a forgery because everybody knows their mother's name. You won't go, there's no Mary in our family. That piece of paper, I saw it, it is a forgery. It is not his signature, it is not dated.
Shahidi, samani
Wouldn't they date it, a person who takes?
Shahidi, sijakuuliza juu ya signature whatever. Nazungumzia ushahidi wake tu mahakamani kwamba aliyoyasema ni kwamba mama yake ni Mary na hayo ya baba kuwa Mscottish ni ya kwake yeye, sio ya kwangu. Wewe unayafahamu hayo na yapo kwenye record.
And I am replying that is a forgery because there is no Mary in our family and we are not Scottish. There is not Scottish nationality. It's a British nationality.
Na unafahamu kwamba katika ushahidi wake Robert John alisema kwamba yeye alikuwa adopted na wewe?
It could be.
Could be, yeah. Right?
I don't want to reply to that. The reason why he was brought up by his grandmother and by my father, by his grandfather and grandmother. They had adopted him as his child, as their child.
Sawa, mahakama itaona kwa sababu hizo record of proceedings zimeletwa ambapo mwanao anasema alikuwa adopted na wewe. Na shahidi, unafahamu Robert John Penessis amesoma shule gani?
He studied at home.
At home?
Yes, we used to have about 15 children, and Happy was also one of them, and Bahati here, and we used to bring Mr. Rugisiga.
Shahidi, samani, swali langu rahisi tu, amesoma shule gani?
I'm telling you.
Yes.
Honorable President, the witness have answered that he studied at home.
He studied at home. Do you know that he is an engineer? Your son is an engineer?
Yes.
And he studied at home?
He studied at home by correspondence. When he finished his schooling, he studied by correspondence.
Shahidi, kwa ufahamu wako tu, mtu akiwa raia wa Tanzania, je, ni sahihi kwake kuomba resident permit?
He never ever asked for a resident permit.
Samahani shahidi, naomba ujibu swali langu. Sijakuuliza juu ya Robert, nimekuuliza mtu yeyote akiwa Tanzania. Ni sahihi kwake kuomba resident permit? Hata wewe kwa mfano ukiwa Mtanzania, je, ni sahihi kwako kuomba resident permit?
John Robert hapana omba resident permit. Iko forgery. Nasema naomba ya resident permit.
Iko forgery.
Iko John Robert, iko watu wengine naomba. Shoma hii nani mimi na Shoma, hapana iko John Robert. Naomba ya resident permit. Nasema jina gani naomba ya resident permit afadhali? Hapana John Robert.
Naomba ujibu swali langu tu. Just a simple question.
Yes, and I'm telling you that.
Just a simple question. Ni sahihi kwa raia wa Tanzania ambaye ana uraia hauna matatizo kuomba a resident permit?
And mimi namwambia hapana iko, it's not Robert who's asking. I saw the paper. It is Mr. Rubenstein who's asking for a resident permit, not John Robert Penessis, Maitland.
Saidi anakwepa kujibu swali langu. Na je, unaufahamu kwamba Robert John Penessis ana kiapo cha kubadili majina? Na huo ufahamu?
The piece of paper that you produced is on Christmas Eve. No embassy in Europe works on Christmas. So that, what you have produced, is either a fake, because I don't know if Tanzania the embassies work at Christmas Day, but on Christmas Eve, we in Europe do not work on Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, New Year's Day, New Year's Eve. So I wish to point that out to you because it's dated Christmas Eve.
Shahidi, hayo ya Christmas ni ya kwako, mimi sijakuuliza.
Ndio, huku iko Ulaya. Sasa they don't work, the embassies do not work either on New Year's
Okay.
or New Year Eve.
So you are living in Europe, eh?
Well, I go to Europe sometimes. I haven't been for a long time because I'm working here. I do voluntary work.
Thank you very much, witness. Naomba niendelee kwenye shahidi yangu swali jingine. Na naomba tena nikuulize kama ni sahihi kwa raia wa Tanzania anapotoka nje.
Yes, respondent, you can continue, but you have to bear in mind that we have to stop one day. So
Much obliged.
So perhaps 5 minutes.
Much
5 minutes. No, you have 5 minutes to conclude if you have 1 or 2 more questions. And
Thank you
the
very much.
judges will also.
President.
Thank you.
Excuse me, I think I have to sit down, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I'm
We
feeling
understand.
a bit faint.
Yes.
Thank you.
I hope my time will be considered.
No, you have 5 minutes. Excuse me, madam. I should have asked you to sit down since long time. Excuse me.
Can I proceed?
Yes.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Okay, please.
Shahidi, a few questions to finalize. Umesema mashahidi wengine wametishiwa, hawajaja. Tunaomba kufahamu wametishwa na nani na kama ulitoa taarifa sehemu yoyote. Na vile vile wewe umewezaje kuja? Wewe kutishwa? As prisoners, you have that. Can I proceed?
Yes.
Umesema mashahidi wengine wametishwa ndio sababu hawajaja. Tunaomba tu kufahamu kwamba wametishwa na nani, kama umetoa taarifa katika mamlaka yoyote ndani ya Tanzania, na vile vile wewe kwa nini umekuja? In your during your testimony, you have said that you had more witnesses who were supposed to come and testify, is it?
Yes.
But they were intimidated, threatened, things like that.
Yes.
My question is, who has intimidated them? One. Second, yes, you just answer that one. Who has intimidated them?
Who intimidated them?
You don't know.
Because it was a telephone call. I don't know. They were
Thank you. Thank you. Have you reported, after receiving that phone, have you reported at any police station in Tanzania?
No, we just...
No, thank you.
Going to go. Have you ever been to...
Thank you, witness. You have answered my question.
I don't know if they reported it. Perhaps they did report it. I don't know.
Were you also intimidated?
No, I am
No.
not.
Thank you very much.
I'm not afraid of the truth because God protects us.
Did those witnesses testify during trial in criminal case number 35 of 2010? Those witnesses who you are saying were
No.
threatened? No.
I think in
Thank you.
there were other witnesses that is on to attend.
Shahidi, unafahamu kwamba Robert John Penessis bado ana shauri jingine, akiomba mahakama tangaze kuwa ni citizen wa Tanzania ambalo lipo katika mahakama kuu Bukoba. Unafahamu hiyo? Just a simple answer.
Before I answer that, I want to tell the court, I went to Dar es Salaam, I spoke to Waziri Yamambo Yadani, the Honorable Mr. Chamber. I was going to see Dr. Magafuli as well, but unfortunately I was unable to stay because of the expenses to be able to see him. Mr. Chamber advised us to apply for citizenship again.
So you agree with me that your son is still having a case in the High Court of Tanzania at Bukoba?
No, we made an application for citizenship because the Waziri Yamambo Yadani, the Honorable Mr. Chamber, advised us to apply for citizenship once again. And that's why we applied, or else we wouldn't have applied. We'd have waited for all the cases to be finalized. But he was the Minister of Home Affairs and we took his advice.
And you filed a case at Bukoba?
Yes.
So there is a case at Bukoba. Thank you.
Yes, there is a case at Bukoba.
Thank you. You have answered it. So kwenye hiyo kesi
respondent,
yes,
I'm afraid I have to stop you. Perhaps you can choose among your questions the most important one for the last question, because also the judges have questions to put, and also after that we have also the respondents, your respondents, your witness testimony also to receive. So please check your questions and what you feel the most important one for the last.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President and Justice of this Honorable Justice of this Court. I pray to stop here.
Okay, thank you very much. Counsel of the applicant, you have 5 minutes.
Yeah, thank you, Honorable President.
You want to,
witness, you have been asked a lot of questions, a lot of intimidation questions, but I would like also to ask you to clarify some few things. The case that the respondent are alleging that it has been filed. If it has been filed, have they produced any evidence of the case being filed, any reference here in the court? If they did, which number is that they have referred? Witness, can you please tell the court how many mothers does Robert John Penessis have?
Well, he was brought up by his grandmother, and I am his real mother, his biological mother. But he was brought up by his grandmother, and then where I also let him be brought up by my sister, because we are 9 children, and my sister had no children of her own, and so she used to have John Robert as their child as well.
Witness, could it be possible for Robert to be born in Bukoba and all of a sudden emerge in South Africa? If it's that, have you ever seen such a thing?
No, I've never seen such a thing. I think this is all because of the property, because all these years we never ever had any trouble whatsoever. As soon as my mother said she's leaving the property to John Robert and not to anybody else, is when the trouble started, when Mr. Madai, who is best friend with Marino Costa, my other nephew, is when the trouble started.
Witness, if Robert John Pearson is a citizen of Great Britain and South Africa, which country do you think he would have chosen to live?
Well, I don't think, if you're a citizen, if I was a citizen of England, I would prefer to live in England.
Witness, please tell the court whether Rita have ever written a letter to Robert, your son, that your birth certificate is illegal and is not recognized, and if they did, when did they wrote the letter?
No, this is the first time I'm hearing about this. They have never written a letter saying his birth certificate is illegal. On the contrary, they said that it was a genuine birth certificate. There was
witness, you have asked a lot of questions. One of the questions is whether you know that having a birth certificate does not guarantee to be a citizen. Have you ever been a legal practitioner? The questions, one of the questions that was being put was whether you know that when you have a birth certificate does not guarantee your citizenship. Are you an expert in that area of law?
No, I am not an expert. I just heard it from the gentleman who was representing the respondents here. He stated that if you have a birth certificate, it doesn't mean that you are Tanzanian by birth or descent. That is what he said. That a birth certificate does not prove your nationality.
That's all now for the witness, Honorable President. I think I still have one question.
No.
1 minute, 2 minutes.
Yes, no problem.
I will use later. Yes, I have done for now.
Okay, thank you very much. Microphone, your microphone. Switch off, okay. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, now the honorable judges will ask some questions to have some clarifications. Justice Ben Saula.
Oui, merci Monsieur le Président. Moi, je voudrais poser une question à Madame John Penessis. Ça va peut-être deux. Ma première question est la suivante. Donc, la première question est la suivante. Vous avez dit que votre fils a l'habitude de voyager, donc de sortir du territoire tanzanien. Ma question est la suivante. S'il a utilisé pour ça le passeport tanzanien, où est ce passeport aujourd'hui? Ça, c'est ma première question. Ma deuxième question, vous dites que tous ces Donc ma question, est-ce que vous confirmez que ces terres aujourd'hui ne sont pas exploitées, vu que vous avez dit que beaucoup de gens vivaient de ces terres, qu'aujourd'hui ils se retrouvent sans rien du tout? Alors pourquoi les gens qui la convoitaient ne l'exploitent pas si elles ne sont pas exploitées aujourd'hui? Merci, Monsieur le Président.
Justice Shizumila. Okay. Counsel, it's better that she responds because nobody is taking the, and we are 9, I think, 9 or 10, so it will be difficult. If she can respond, it's better, yes.
It's the Tanzanian passport, it's stamped by the Tanzania, by your number, by Uganda. I'm sorry I hadn't heard. Now, when he traveled, I have his passport here, which says, with a stamp which shows that he traveled to Namanga, to Kenya, and he traveled back from Kenya, and also to Uganda, and he traveled back to Uganda. And there's the stamps of the Tanzanian stamps and the Kenyan stamps. He did not travel anywhere illegally. There is a copy of his permit here.
There is a second question.
Passport. Yes. As a matter of fact, the Mwenekiti recently entered our property, and because my mother was away undergoing medical treatment for her eyes, because she's lost one of her eye, he cut 16 trees which were about 2 meters in their girth and very, very tall, and he cut them for timber. And when I complained to the officer in charge of the station at Ijumbi, he told me, "Madam, I cannot do anything because the Mwenekiti is the brother of the priest, Mr. Father Daoud Brigi, and we cannot go against Daoud Brigi because he's got a lot of clout."
Okay.
So nothing was done about them cutting the Mwenekiti of Rija village with his brothers, cutting our trees. We don't cut those trees because the environment, then we don't get any rain. 16 trees over 70 years old were cut down for timber.
Okay, thank you. Justice Shizumila.
Thank you, Honorable President. Madam, could you please let the court know what the relationship between Marino Costa and John Robert is? That's question number 1.
Marino Costa had no, his mother used to go for us in the house. And when Marino Costa was born, he was just thrown, his mother left for Uganda and threw him away. My father saw that Marino was slightly white in the face and said, "This is our seed." He came and he told my mother, "This child has been thrown away and the grandfather doesn't want him because he says his daughter wasn't very chaste." And my father then decided, asked the grandfather if we could have him, my mother could have him. And the grandfather said, "We don't want him, you can have him." And my father paid some money to the grandfather and brought Marino home.
Thank you. So you have lived with Marino Costa throughout your lives?
No, because he left afterwards. He just stayed with us when he was small, and then he departed. He left. He went to live his own life. When he became a teenager, I think he was 17 when he left. He didn't want to go to school anymore. Or 14 or 15, I'm not sure how old he was. But he left us and he went away.
Finally, on this particular point, before I move to my other two questions, so when did he come back now to start causing all these issues on the farm?
He did not come back to the farm. His brother, somewhere, be a very good person, has a milk factory next door to the immigration. And we found out that Marino was very friendly with Jared Abda, the immigration officer. And it was then that all the struggle started. Before that, he never ever had any trouble with immigration or with anything or with anybody. It was only when Marino became friendly with Mr. Margai, I believe he's been transferred now. When he was transferred to Kuba as immigration officer is when the trouble started. When they started saying, Marino said, we are foreigners, we are Tanzanians, because he knows he lived with us. And that is when the trouble started.
Thank you. My next question is, how big is this farm, the piece of land?
Oh, I don't know. I've never measured it. We've never measured it.
Thousands of acres or hectares?
Perhaps it's very big. It's very big. I can't tell you because I'd be lying because I don't know how big it is.
All right. My final question to you is, have you undergone any DNA test to prove that John Robert is your son?
Well, if you want to undergo any tests, you can undergo any tests. I do have, as a matter of fact, I don't have it on me at the moment, so I can't reply to that question.
But your answer is you haven't.
Well, I do have it, but I do not have it on me. It's not normal for people to go doing tests to see.
Sorry, just excuse me. Sorry, if I may just intervene. Have you said you do have a DNA?
I don't know, perhaps it's so many years now, it's over 40 years, 40, 50 years. I'm 70, so 60, 70, so I don't know.
And it was in connection to John Robert?
I beg your pardon?
It was in connection to John Robert?
Well, I don't know, I can't remember.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable President. That's all.
Thank you, Honorable.
Some sickness that I had.
Okay, Justice Matute.
I beg your pardon?
I'm calling my colleague to ask the next questions. No problem.
Thank you, Mr. President. And good afternoon, witness. Are you with me? Are you with me?
Yes.
Now, I would like to put my question in Portuguese. I wonder if the interpretation is okay to Portuguese.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
This is unfortunately there will be no interpretation because of the Swahili for witnesses.
Okay, so there is no Portuguese. I've got a couple of questions for you.
Yes. Could you repeat, please?
Well, I haven't even started, so I'll. Well, I've got a couple of questions. The first one is related to your statement that Mr. John Penessis, your son, was raised by your grandmother. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
At what point did you split, did you separate it with your son?
No, we never really separated. But my mother usually brought up all the children. My mother and Mama Penelope, she was with us, and she used to look after all the children and bring them up. She also brought up Happy, she brought up Ahati. Mama Penelope really brought us all up, and also brought up Marino, and Robert, and all of us.
So where were you then when your grandmother brought up your son?
Oh, we were here. But because the grandmother was, normally, Greeks, normally, they have the grandmother in very high esteem, and she's the one, because most of the time the mothers or fathers are working, and it is the grandmothers who bring up the children. So it was Mama Penelope who really brought us up.
So if you were around when your grandmother brought out your son, can you guarantee this court that you had control of all the movements of your son?
Well, you can't have control of the movement of the eye. I won't answer that question because that is not a correct question. You cannot control the movement of your children. You have to let your children be free. But to be disciplined, be free but disciplined.
Well,
So
maybe, excuse me, maybe I used a wrong word. You remember I'm going to put my questions in Portuguese, but now I'm forced to speak English, which is not my first language. Let me rephrase the question. Did you have knowledge of all the travelings of your son? If you were not living with him, you have not raised him yourself.
Well, I did raise him. It was just my mother had the law of Mama Penelope, not even really my mother. Mama Penelope had the say. What she said was law.
But the question is,
I can't answer that question of yours because you're asking a question which I don't know. Because it was Mama Penelope who really brought us up. And what she said or what she did was the law in the house.
Okay, you don't want to answer that one. Let us move on.
I can answer it. I said it was Mama Penelope.
Okay, move on to the following question. The issue of education. Because I heard you in responding to one of the questions saying that your son did not go to a conventional official school.
Yes, none of us went to conventional school. We used to have Mr. Rudisiba, not even my mother, yes. My mother went to school in Kagonda Hospital because she was brought up, her mother died, and she was brought up by the nuns. But we were all taught by Mr. Rudisiba, professor actually, was Professor Rudisiba. He was very well educated, he spoke about 10 languages, and he was our teacher.
So even for the high education, as you said.
Yes, well, Professor Rudisiba was very well educated.
Does he have a certificate or a diploma of engineer?
Well, he's a professor of both, well, I don't know what his degrees are, but he has a lot of degrees.
Didn't you say he was an engineer?
Yeah, well, he doesn't only have, Professor Rudisiba didn't just have an engineering.
No, I didn't get that. Does he have engineering qualification?
I cannot reply for. Oh, he's talking about Rob. I'm terribly sorry, you didn't express yourself well.
Okay,
I thought
maybe.
you were speaking about me.
No, I'm talking about your son. Yes.
Well, I cannot reply for my son. I would have liked, I asked the jail to let my son come to court, but I made several applications, but they were turned down.
But didn't you say yourself that your son was an engineer?
Yes, he's an engineer.
So from which university? Because a degree, an engineering degree, as far as I'm concerned, you acquired from an university, don't you?
Yes, it requires, I cannot speak for my son exactly where he studied, how long he studied, because I wasn't the person who was bringing him up. It was my mother who was bringing him up, because I left and I went to continue my own studies overseas.
Now, final question. You say...
He's old enough, we could ask him.
Ask whom?
My son.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. The last question. Can you elaborate a little bit? You have done it so, but I didn't quite get it. You say that there is a case that is now pending before Tanzanian courts. What case is it about?
Well, I don't really know the case because just Mr. Nchemba just told us that he should apply for a citizenship case. So I gather it's a citizenship case. I don't really know the details.
So the case
the lawyer will know, his lawyer will know the details. I'm not a lawyer to know the details.
But generally the case is related to this matter.
I gather so. I don't know. I can't say yes and I can't say no, but I believe so because that
okay.
It was advised by Mr. Nchemba to go ahead and ask.
Okay, thank you.
Justice Benashu.
Merci, Monsieur le Président. Madame, j'ai 2 ou 3 questions à vous poser. Elles sont très courtes et très simples. Est-ce que vous suivez?
Yes, I'm following.
Ok. Est-ce que vous pouvez nous dire où est-ce que vous êtes né? Vous-même.
Yes, I was born in Kiaya. Perhaps you don't know where Kiaya is in Muleba district, the wilaya of Muleba, Kamachumu, and I grew up there. I lived there. Until now, I'm still living there.
Bien. Est-ce que votre père est tanzanien?
Yes, we are all Tanzanians. Who is not a Tanzanian? In 1904, the first, my great-great-great-great-grandfather.
Est-ce que votre mère est tanzanienne?
Yes, my mother is black.
Ok. Est-ce que votre mari est tanzanien?
Yes, he's deceased. He has died.
Est-ce que votre mari est le père du requérant ici, Monsieur Penessis?
Not his stepfather, not Maitland. His real father who is deceased and buried on our farm.
Oui, je veux savoir, est-ce que c'est lui le père biologique? Est-ce que c'est lui qui a été à l'origine de la procréation?
The one who is dead is the biological father of my son.
D'accord. Alors, tout à l'heure, ma collègue vous a posé une question sur le test ADN. Est-ce qu'aujourd'hui, vous êtes prête à subir un test ADN qui peut établir de manière irréfutable que M. Penessis est votre fils?
Yes, but I wouldn't be able to because I suffer one disease which I would have to pass 1 week to eat certain foods and certain diet so that I'll be able to undergo this test after a week. No problem.
Madame, le test ADN est très simple. Il suffit de prendre un cheveu
Yes, I know.
de vous et de l'analyser
Yes.
et de le comparer à celui de votre fils. Donc il n'y a rien de problématique pour le test ADN.
Well, yeah, I was thinking that if you were going to take the blood, I didn't know that you can take the hair. Well, if it's the hair, then I don't think there's any problem.
Vous avez dit que vous êtes médecin, chirurgien dentiste.
Yes, I do.
Donc vous connaissez mieux que moi ça.
Well, I don't know about that test.
Il suffit de prendre un cheveu, il suffit de prendre un ongle, il suffit de prendre n'importe quoi pour faire le test ADN.
Yes, a fingernail.
Est-ce que vous êtes prête à le faire?
Fingernail. Yes, I suppose if it's just a fingernail.
Ok, je vous
Or the
remercie.
hair, if it's the hair, no problem. The hair and the fingernails, no problem at all.
Justice LHJC.
Merci, Monsieur le Président. Excusez-moi. Merci, Monsieur le Président. Monsieur le Président, aujourd'hui, la justice se rend et elle est très souvent critiquée. Madame a commencé tout à l'heure par dire « soyez juste ». Doute-t-elle de la sincérité et de l'indépendance de ceux qui composent la Cour? Elle n'a pas compris.
I don't know if I have doubts because I was just told there would be 7 judges who will comprise this court. I think that I mustn't be prejudiced because if it was in Bukoba, I would say no, I am prejudiced against the court, but here I'm not prejudiced against the court.
D'accord. Merci pour cette réponse. Mais une autre. Vous savez, la justice aujourd'hui, quand on la rend, on fait attention. Et vous avez dit au départ que votre interlocuteur, le défendeur, en vous interrogeant, vous intimidez. En quoi consiste cette intimidation?
If you can see, look at my witnesses, I had put other people as witnesses. Now the one witness, because she is half Indian, she was afraid, she was intimidated and afraid that what has happened to Robert will happen to her, so she asked if I would please excuse her. And of course I excused her because she was afraid.
Non, madame, ce n'est pas du témoin qu'il s'agit. Ce n'est pas du témoin, je parle de vous. Vous avez dit que le défendeur qui vous interrogeait était en train de vous intimider et c'est passé à travers les ondes.
Oh yes, I did say that. I don't deny it. I said when he was examining me, it was a form of intimidation. That I saw it as a form of intimidation, as if trying to make me be afraid. But I post lots of things, so I am not afraid.
Merci, madame. Une dernière question, madame. Les documents que vous avez produits, est-ce que vous les avez communiqués en totalité à vos adversaires, à l'État défendeur, avant l'audience d'aujourd'hui?
Well, I don't know because it's the first time that I've come here. I don't know if my son had given them to the respondents before. I'm not sure.
Bien, madame. Merci.
Justice Niugeko.
Good afternoon, madam. Are you hearing me?
The respondent asked me about. Yes.
Good afternoon, madam. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you well.
The birth certificate we were talking about is the one of your son. Do you have yourself your own certificate?
Yes, and you can check from Reuters. I also have a birth certificate issued in Tanzania. I also have, and my mother, my mother, it was during the Germans, does not have a birth certificate, but she has her traveling documents which show that she is Tanzanian. I have them here.
I was talking about your own birth certificate. The response is yes.
Yes,
Thank you.
of course. I've got a birth certificate.
Secondly, you stated that you were the biological mother of the applicant.
Yes.
But from what we get from the translation, when the respondent stayed for cross-examining you, we got that you adopted him.
Well,
so can you clarify
yes,
that?
Yes, clarify that. I did, in a way, adopt him and also his grandmother, because the Greeks normally, because we are Greek descent, we came from Europe 150 years ago, they normally have the grandmother sort of adopting the children as theirs, even though they may not be the biological mother of the child.
So you adopted your biological son?
Yes, in one way yes, and in one way no.
Can you clarify further? Because
you can't clarify, you can't say yes or you can't say no, because I did not bring him up, even though we went to school, they were all going to school together. Mr. Lukisiba used to come, Professor Lukisiba used to come and teach them. So I can't answer yes and I can't answer no.
Last question, as far as you know, has your son been traveling with a Tanzanian passport?
Well, I see here it shows him that he went to Uganda with this Tanzanian passport, that he went to Kenya with this Tanzanian passport. I don't know exact his movements because he's a grown-up person, but what I have seen I can show it to you people, to your honor, that he traveled to Uganda and Kenya with Tanzanian passport, and nobody ever queried it. It was only when they started being interested.
I am asking this question because within the East African region, you can travel without using your national passport. You can travel by using some other documents. So maybe, sorry?
I am unaware of
yes,
just a comment.
Yes. No, maybe your lawyer, the counsel might produce copies of Tanzanian passports, because we were told he was also holding South African and British passports. So we have all of them. Thank you.
So can you tender the passport?
She said yes.
Yes. don't have another copy. I've got a copy, but at the back, this, where he can just, yes, I don't have another copy. That is the one. Yes. And does he want my passport too? Oh, Martin's new passport.
Exhibit. Vice President.
Good afternoon, madam. Good afternoon, madam. Can you?
Good afternoon.
Okay. I would like you talked about the passport, and I assume it's a travel document.
Yes.
And you also talked about your own birth certificate.
Yes.
Now, have those been tendered in evidence? Your own birth certificates and the passport?
I think I didn't bring it.
The passport.
Yes. I think I can sign this. Does it say everything?
Can I see it? So that
Okay.
the ones follow up with the question. Let me see it first, because I'm asking questions.
But I've got a passport. I've got a Tanzanian passport.
Counsel, so it is a travel document, it's not a passport.
I've got a passport.
Sorry, madam?
I do have a Tanzanian passport.
You have a passport as well?
Yes, I've got a passport. That's travel documents which I
Okay.
used to use it for Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. But I have.
Okay, maybe, and that passport has been used before.
I beg your pardon?
Okay, so maybe that should also be tendered in evidence. The other question I would like to ask, as you remove the passport and your own birth certificate, is where were you in 2010 when this matter was being heard at the criminal case number 35? Were you in court? Did you go to court when that matter was being heard?
I don't know. I'm an old woman. I don't know where I was in 2010.
Sorry, Kujo, can you?
Yes, I said
The microphone is not well
answer
set.
that question because I don't know where I was in 2010. I must have been here. I don't know. No, I wasn't at the case. I wasn't at the case in 2010 or was I? I don't remember.
I did not get the.
I cannot remember. I don't think I was. I don't remember.
Okay, you don't think you are there. Okay, finally, you made reference to Rubinstein, and you say that was a cousin who lives in South Africa. Is that correct?
No, I don't know if he lives in South Africa. I cannot say where he lives.
No. You testified that Rubinstein is a
Rubinstein is a cousin of ours.
Or is a cousin.
Yes, it's a cousin, but I don't know whether he lives in Europe, in Tanzania, in Greece, where he is.
Okay, you don't know where he lives. Okay, very well. Okay, I get you now. All right. Thank you very much.
Okay, madam. My question is a no, yes response. Very simple. You have not been denied of your own nationality because you are Tanzanian and you are related by with the applicant biologically, because it's your son, biological son, and for that you are ready to submit yourself to the ADN test.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we are going to end now because we finish very late. So we take 1 hour break and we will come back for the respondents' witnesses' testimony. Since we have I think three or four witnesses on the part of the respondent. So we resume at 4.
Quarter to 5.
No, quarter to 4. Quarter to 4. Okay. Thank you.